I've got holes in my pants. I'm not wearing a bra. Let's do this. On a journey to one's most magical life, it is perfectly acceptable and encouraged to hit the reset button as many times as necessary. Hey friends, it's me, Sarah. Things have been kind of weird for me emotionally the past few weeks, and so I thought Rascal just got a leaf in my cup. So I thought it would be nice to just sit down and have a little chat with you all about life, update you on what's been going on with me, and just share a bit for any new friends that are new to my channel. Hi, I'm Sarah. So grab yourself a cozy cup of whatever. I currently have iced coffee because it's friggin' 90 degrees here in Sacramento in the middle of October. Enjoy me constantly shifting around to avoid this sun on my face. And pardon the light changing constantly because I am outside. Sit back, relax, and enjoy my ramblings. So, it has been 10 months since I started my healing journey. For those of you who don't know, I went through a pretty big depression last year, just feeling very lost, confused, didn't know who I was, what I was doing with my life, and decided that at the beginning of this year, I was going to finally grab hold of my life and really, really commit to making it the best I possibly can. Not only for myself, but for my family. And you know, for the most part, it's been great. I've done so much. I've done so much internal work. I've changed so many things. I've done so much healing. But in the last few weeks, I feel like I've been getting caught up in this regular pattern that I always get caught up in. There's this thing that I do, and I've done it most of my life, where I decide I'm gonna change my life. And then I start making plans and getting ideas and getting really, really excited about all my ideas and get started moving towards my ideas. And then shiny object syndrome kicks in and I see something else and I think, oh, no, that's the idea. And then I'll go to that. And then I'll cycle back to the first idea and think, well, how can I do all these at the same time? And I'll keep doing this and adding another idea until I completely overwhelm myself and then get discouraged and angry at myself because I'm not Superwoman, until I eventually just give up on all of it and get back into that place of who am I? What am I doing? What's wrong with me? Why can't I create this life that I want? And it's this pattern that just keeps repeating. And I feel like I've been caught up in this pattern again. I took this really, really incredible business coaching program back in May. It was a 12-week program and it was so inspiring and eye-opening and I learned so much. And since then, I've been trying to implement the things that I've learned, but still not really being very clear about what it is that I wanted to do and how I wanted it to look. And I've been part of this accountability group. We meet every week and we talk about our progress and our goals for the week and we keep each other accountable. That's what it is. And I found myself pulling away from it because it was hard for me to be around these women who were actually making steps toward their goal. And here I was just floundering about, caught in this typical Sarah cycle. And I started just getting really, really discouraged and thinking, well, shoot, maybe this isn't gonna happen for me. Why can't I step into this? Why can't I take hold of this like all these other women are doing? And leave it to kids, out of the mouth of babes, leave it to kids to pull you back down to earth. Just a couple days ago, I was sitting out here in the backyard with Rowan. She's 3, my little 3-year-old. And we were just sitting and having a little tea party. And I was thinking about all the stuff that I've been trying to do and how I feel like I haven't made any progress whatsoever. And I asked her, I said, Rowan, how do I step into my power? How do I claim my magic and my power like Elsa? I tried to relate it back to something that she could understand. And she pauses a moment and she says, just be mama. Seriously? It's happening again, but as soon as she said it, just tears started welling up in my eyes and I started getting really emotional and just be mama. I mean, of course, that's all she wants from me. All she wants from me is to be there and be present and just be who I already am. You know, and it got me thinking. It pulled me all the way back to last year when I had this very triggering moment. The moment that started the moment that triggered the realization that I was lost and I was trying to live a life that wasn't mine. I saw this meme, I don't know if you call it a meme, a graphic on Instagram, and it said, "You were someone before you were their mom, and that person matters." And I know that the intended purpose of that was supposed to be like uplifting and inspiring, like remember who you used to be. But all it did was honestly make me feel really shitty about myself. Because yes, that person did matter, but I hadn't come to terms with the fact that that person is also gone. You know, before you have kids, your life is completely different. You are completely different. Your time is your own. If you're not working, then whatever you do in your own time is whatever you want. And I was doing amazing things. I was doing special effects makeup. I was performing in musicals at least twice a year. I was doing crafts. I was selling at fairs. I was dancing. I was just everything. I was doing all the things that I really, really love to do. And it was great. And I had found myself last year in this place of trying to continue being that person and getting incredibly discouraged because it just didn't make sense in the context of motherhood. There wasn't time to do all these art projects. There wasn't time. I couldn't go and be in a musical twice a year because my husband worked at night and rehearsals are at night, and it's just too much. And I started to get really, really resentful of my life and the way it was, and longing for this person, this life that I used to have. And it took me a really long time to understand that it was time to move on, that it was time to accept this new existence and let go of that old one. And I think when she said this to me, when Rowan said this to me, to just be mama, I realized that I'm still doing it. I'm still clinging on to that person. I'm still hoping that somehow my life can still be that way. And I think that's what's been going on these past few weeks, these few months, especially in regard to this business program that I was a part of. There was all these women doing incredible things and making big strides and taking huge leaps, but most of them don't have small children. And bringing back Instagram again, I saw another thing the other day that said, don't compare yourself to people who don't have kids. And yeah, some of them do have kids, but their kids are grown. Their kids are like 14 or out of the house already. So their time looks very, very different. The structure of their days is very, very different. I have a little person who depends on me night and day. And I realized I was still having a hard time accepting it. I'd find myself watching other YouTubers whose channels that I love, and beautiful channels doing just incredible, just beautiful artistic work, and feeling really sad because, like, you know, I want to have a channel like that. I want to make content like that. I want to do dress up all the time. I want to do all these outfits and sewing projects and cosplay things, and I just can't. Maybe I could do it a little bit sometimes, but I just can't. And I started getting resentful again. I started having those feelings of, my life is just so impossible. It's impossible for me to do anything and be anybody that I want to be. When really, what I really need to understand, and what I really, really want other mamas to understand, especially creative moms, especially moms who like to do all these art projects and sewing and cosplay and dress up and go into fairs and shows and all these things that we used to do, is that, yes, you were someone before you were their mom, and that person matters. Because that person will always be a part of you, but that person's not here anymore. You are someone now, and that person matters even more. I was putting so much pressure on myself and trying to do way too many things at once. I thought, I'm gonna do the YouTube, and I'm gonna do Reiki, and I'm gonna open up my Etsy shop again, and I'm gonna work on starting a membership and bringing my blog back up. When the hell am I gonna do this? I was putting so much pressure on myself once again to do more than is humanly possible when you have small children, or even when you don't have small children. So rather than trying to push myself to the point of exhaustion, trying to become this person that I think I'm supposed to be, and allowing other people's lives to influence my own, what if I just pulled back and really, really, really tuned into the person that I already am? What if I sat and listened to myself more and really listened to what it is that I want, who it is that I am, and how I can live my most magical life right now. Since I started this channel, I came up with the phrase, I'm on a mission to create my most magical life. I'm changing that now. I am on a mission to live my most magical life. I'm not looking to create anything different. I'm not looking to create anything that does not currently exist. I am committed to living the most beautiful life I can right now, in this moment, with my family, with myself, with the time that I have, with the abilities that I already possess. I'm not going to worry about trying to create anything new, about learning anything new at this moment. I give myself tarot readings fairly regularly. And a few weeks ago, I can't remember, I think it was for the full moon. I think it was for the October 1st full moon. The message that I got was so clear. It was like every single card. There were like 8 or 9 cards in this spread, and every single one of them said the same thing. They said, pull it back, do a U-turn, just bring it back down to earth. Basically, you're doing too damn much. Chill the F out, come back to who you are, simplify, be here. Get reconnected, get back in alignment, align your chakras, get your shit together, and just be here. Be here now. And when I really think about it, that's been my biggest problem for so many years, is trying to be so many other people, trying to be so many things for so many people, thinking that I had to be this just there's a cattail, just this superhero of a human being, when really I could just be mama. I could just be me, I could just be Sarah, and be the best version of that I can. And the best doesn't mean the most productive. The best does not mean the biggest hustle. The best does not mean the hardest working. it doesn't mean that I have to do anything, really. At least not anything that's outside of. I can right now, in this moment, be the best mother that I can. I can right now, in this moment, be the best spouse, be the best partner that I can. To right now, in this moment, be the best me that I can. In this moment. Not be the best me that I could be potentially in the future. Be the best me that I am right now with what I already have. And really, really nurture that. And really care for myself. I've talked about how we want to move to the mountains and sell our home, and that's still the plan. But I kept thinking of it as, oh God, once we do this, our lives will be beautiful. Once we do this, I will be at peace. Once we do this, everything's going to be great. But what I realized is that the real and true magical way to actually have that happen for us is to start living that life right now, here where we are. When I think about our future home and our house in the woods, I imagine how our days are gonna be, what we're gonna do, how it's gonna feel, and there's no reason why I can't do my best to feel that way now, to live that way now in this home, to make it, to love it while we're still in it, to take care of it while we're still in it, and to put out that energy in the universe that thank you for this home that we have, that we live in now. We are so grateful for it. We are so happy to have it. And the universe will just be like, that's wonderful. I am so glad. Here's another one. It's that same idea of, hi. So, long story short, I'm hitting the reset button again. I'm hitting the reset button. I am pulling back. I am starting from scratch once again. But really, I'm not starting from scratch once again because I have already grown so much. I am already so changed. I am already so different from when I began this healing journey 10 months ago. I'm starting with a much better understanding of myself than I did before. I have learned so much more about myself in the past year. So I am not starting from scratch, really. I'm really just taking some time to cut out distractions, to cut out external noise, really just stop comparing myself to other people, really stop comparing myself to the lives of others, to the accomplishments of others, and just bring it back to a place of simplicity and ease and flow, to nurture the parts of myself that have been calling out. My creativity has just been calling out to me, and I've been listening. I've been doing a lot more creating and just making more time for that and making more time for my healing work. I have a Reiki degree that I don't really use, and this is a skill that I have right now. I don't need to build anything or create anything. It is what it is. I actually did a session for a friend this morning, and it filled me so much, and I need to live my most magical life now, where I am, with what I already have. Let me reintroduce myself. Hi friends, my name is Sarah. I am on a mission to live my most magical life, and I'm taking you all with me. I am getting back in touch with who I am at my core. I am reconnecting with my life, with my family, with my child, with my home, with my innate gifts and talents, and just learning to live the best I can right now. So, that's it. I'm done jibber-jabbering. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And if you get anything from this super long ramble, it is that You don't need to be anybody else but who you are now. You have everything you need already in you to have a beautiful life. And that may take some uncovering, that may take some letting go, some healing, some listening to your heart. If the idea of that feels very cloudy and very stressful, that may take some really, really deep shadow work and introspection. But just know that you don't need to be anybody else. You could, whether you have kids or not, just be mama. Just be who you are right now. And that is enough. I'm just gonna start living, and there's so much magic in that. There's so much magic in just living your life now. Don't wait. Don't wait for it. Don't wait to have a beautiful life. You can have one now. Yeah. That's enough of my rambles. As always, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I love you all. Have a fantastic day. Do something that you love today. Do something that feels like you. Do something that reminds you who you are.